Good morning, everybody. It's Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So we got a few things to power through. Yes, the market is open, and I expect it to not tank, but I expect it to end down today, sell off Friday, right? Elon tells Tesla executives that they need to stop hiring and shave 10%. Really going to dig into that because that annoys me. CFTC is suing Gemini. So remember yesterday I talked about Gemini? We got some more to talk about today. New York Attorney General Letitia James, great attorney. But she should shut up about cryptocurrencies. She's bashing cryptocurrencies because of the volatility. Why don't you talk about the stocks? Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, says, he agrees with me. There are going to be thousands of cryptos that are going to collapse. Thousands. Should be obvious. But we'll get into that. Should be expected, and you should want that. Japan becomes the first country in the world to recognize legal tender-backed stablecoins, not asset-backed, legal tender-backed stablecoins. That means backed by the yen, US dollar, as digital money. That's big. So let's dig in a little bit. Start with your boy Elon. Wealthiest man in the world. Tesla is not a poor company, and he's saying they should shave 10% of their workforce. Corporate America does not give a rat's ass about the person. They care about profits. Different P. Okay? This is why I tell you to do your own research so that you can grow your bag, because nobody else is going to grow it for you. Just saying. So you've got a multi-billion-dollar company owned by the richest man in the world, and he wants to cut 10% of the workforce because he has a super bad feeling about the economy. If you have such a super bad feeling about the economy, take care of your people then, right? You should take care of your people, because if your company is that efficient and they do things that well, that means that, you have the right size workforce, one would think. But now you're going to cut 10% of it. So were you bloated before and you weren't right sized, or you're trying to get to right size? So what is it? Then you're just not taking care of your people, right? You think, bad economic times are coming. And with all of that money that you have, you're not going to take care of your people. Cool beans. Do your own research, folks. Grow your own bag. Don't depend on others to grow it for you, because they're not going to. CFTC. Remember yesterday I was talking about Gemini? Oh, we're going to cut, 10% of our workforce because, crypto winter. Deep breath. CFTC is suing them for allegedly, misstating things about Bitcoin futures back in 2017. They need to rethink, go back into the lab and rethink what their business model is and what business they're in. Because these are a lot of problems. Now, did you make that announcement yesterday because you knew something was going to happen today? Probably. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Because out of nowhere, you get sued. I'm pretty sure you were notified. So yeah, let's do something. Yeah, you're going to need the money to fight the lawsuit or pay the fine, one of the two, right? That's if you're found guilty. So something else that's annoying me, Letitia James, I think she's a great attorney. She's done great things, but she's bad-mouthing, cryptocurrencies, and I don't know that that's a smart thing to do, right? She's citing, cryptocurrency volatility, and I just sit here and I just kind of go, stick to law. Stick to law. Because I don't hear her saying anything about the equities markets or the stock market. I don't hear her talking about that. I don't hear her, yapping about there's volatility there and, everything. If the economy goes bad, you can get out, you can get crushed and that. Nope. And this is just as a bill is about to hit Governor Hochul's desk that will call for the banning of all Bitcoin mining that relies on carbon-based energy. I don't know that I'm mad about that. There are options. In New York, there are options. But I think that Signing a bill that would immediately do it, I don't think that's a smart thing to do. I mean, New York has not proven, it's proven the absolute opposite that they are not, this is not a crypto state in the United States. It's just not. It just absolutely isn't. There are 5 states in the United States of America that have proven time and time again that they do not like cryptocurrencies, and they are making it excruciatingly hard to actually, do business as a cryptocurrency firm or Web3 firm in New York. I mean, what's that guy's name? Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. I can never remember his name. But he's a knowledgeable guy. He really is a knowledgeable guy. And he said a few weeks ago, New York is uninvestable. For lack of a better term, I think that's the word he actually used. You can't invest in a state that doesn't want to help you do business every step of the way. Cryptocurrencies, other things, weird taxes, it's difficult to do business in New York State. Yet they keep, yet mayors and other people keep talking about how inviting New York State is. It's not. It's not. So, Letitia, stick to law. Stick to law, Miss James. I would appreciate it if you stuck to law. I would appreciate it if you would, bring a certain person, drag him into court. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see something like that. But I don't need you talking about, it's volatile, blah, 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 blah. Do you hold cryptocurrencies? Where's your research coming from? Is it just based on, just whatever metrics came out that day? Is that it? How come you're not looking at it from the other side and saying, wow, cryptocurrencies have proven to be resilient? Bitcoin has proven to be stronger than gold over the long period of time. I'd like to hear, that. I'd rather hear, hey, if you're going to invest in this volatile market, be careful. Stocks, equities, bonds, whatever it is, digital currencies, whatever it is, be careful. I'd rather hear that. Everything is volatile. That's just me, though. My man, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, he and I actually agree. Times like these are just like the old .com boom era, right? Where you've got crypto all over the place. You've got coins popping up all over the place. Most of them are going to fail. I'm not trying to be mean. Most of them are going to fail. A lot of them are bogus friggin' coins to begin with. Right? You wonder why I say that. And I say that because you have coins out there that really are out there just to mimic the real coins and confuse people into buying them. They're specifically made out in the open rug pulls. Yeah. Or fraud, just straight up fraud. So a lot of them are going to fail. And there will be tons of cryptos that will be left. Don't get me wrong. But there will be a major shakeout as people become smarter from doing their own research, become smarter about what's out there, what they could be investing in, what they could be, using to make purchases. And those fake ones will start to fall away. Everybody will know who they are, and they will go away. They'll get delisted. You won't be able to find them anywhere. Some will actually collapse. That's a fact. There are a lot of good ideas out there. Not all good ideas make it. There are 2 things that you have to pay attention to. Surviving coins will be strong, right? Because only the strong survive. But in this case, it's the strong and useful. If it ain't useful, it ain't happening. Straight up. If it's not a useful, if it doesn't have utility, true utility. VeChain is a small coin. But you know what they do? They do one thing, and they do it the best. Supply chain. So that's why I think that my research tells me that they're going to survive. Because they're good at that. It's good at that. Chainlink, Oracle, bridging the gap between digital and analog, right? Yeah, that's going to survive. That's a part of what I call connective tissue. Things that have real utility, bridging the gaps between other useful things. So pay attention. Really pay attention and really do your own research. Now, Japan came out swinging today and said, listen, we're going to recognize legal tender-backed stablecoin as digital money. Only one catch: must be tender-backed. That means the yen, the dollar, euro, it has to be tender-backed, not asset-backed, tender-backed. That's right. That leaves coins like Tether out in the cold. They'd have to switch over to being tender-backed and not just asset-backed. Okay? I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because if your stable coin is backed by another digital asset, I mean, what does that do? So, because if one goes down, the profitability of the other one or the value of the other one is most likely going to go down. So what do you really have in reserve? Those are real questions. Those are real deal questions. So when I sit back and I look at everything, this is the groundwork for the future. Japan has literally just told the world digital currencies are here to stay. Here to stay. Now, let's get into the numbers, because when we look at the numbers, we're going to see that, we've got, a fear and greed index that's at 10 now, to be expected, right? Because we tanked yesterday. So this is a trailing number. But again, when you have this kind of pent up energy with all of these things going on that are laying groundwork for the future, eventually things are going to happen. Yesterday, I reported that Chipotle has almost 3,000 stores in the United States. And with that number of stores accepting Bitcoin and Doge now, that's going to seriously get people interested in what's going on in crypto. Sooner or later, you start to see that move toward, hey, pay me in crypto. Mayor of New York gets paid at least partially in crypto. Just saying. It's here. It ain't going nowhere. Might as well learn how to use it, get used to it, and live with it. Right? See if you can make money from it like me. Now, here we are with total value locked coming in at 106. It is a bit lower than the 112 we just saw. So that's something to contemplate. Excuse me. We did dip down yesterday. So you see that drive up. And now here's the drive down to 29,559. So now we're back between that middle path that I have, right? Right here between the blue lines. So I'm expecting us to continue bouncing over there. And if people would shut up, because, right here, this is from Jamie Dimon's statement. Right here, this is probably from Elon's statement. Good job, guys. Good job. I mean, do I think the economy is gonna be bad? Yeah, I think we're gonna see, an economy that's definitely gonna take a hit, right? But it's not the same as the other times we've taken a hit. We've got high employment rates, right? We just have really bad inflation. So I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of going, yeah, we're going to take a hit. How are companies going to react? Most likely layoffs, because, they got to stay profitable. That's not profitable. That's taking care of the business instead of taking care of the people. Do you really have to have layoffs? Most of these companies are not going to have layoffs. Jamie Dimon did not get out there and say that JP Morgan Chase needed to lay people off. He just said hunker down for the hurricane. Right? Tesla, sorry, I keep mispronouncing the name. Tesla is a multi-billion-dollar company, and you have to cut 10%. Again, that annoys me. It annoys me that you're not taking care of the people. We need to start moving toward taking care of people and not worrying about some business that's not growing. You're making money. You're making steady money. What's the problem? You're making steady money. Sometimes stop and think about the people. Really is a big deal. Across the board, it's Friday. Sell Friday, buy Monday. That's been a rule of thumb for a long time, and I don't think it's going to change ever. But people are talking about increasing the normal trading day. So that would be interesting if that was to happen. Here's something I want you to pay attention to, though. Ethereum is back in the 1700s. Remember the other day it was in the 1700s and all of a sudden it popped up to above 2000? That was a $300 day, wasn't it? That was a greater than 10% move on that. It's almost 20%, 15%, something like that. That's a big move. Here is that opportunity now. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a lot of these coins and saying, ooh, these are places to go. Do you see how red Solana is? Wasn't that long ago that Solana was up in the hundreds. Now it's down at 38. Why is that? That's right. Yesterday I said 5 times that it was down in 5 months. It can be great tech. It can absolutely be great tech. But if it's unreliable tech, it's going to be tech that's going to be relegated to non-essential business or non-essential anything. So that's what you have to wonder about. Is this going to be, really? Could this be one of the coins that, doesn't make it because it's unreliable? Great. Here's an example of great idea, poor execution, not strong. Just saying. I want you to pay attention to XRP, not Ripple, XRP. Ripple is a company. XRP is a coin. Pay attention to XRP. And why do you keep thinking I say that? The reason why I say that is because XRP has proven to be almost ridiculously resilient. They're in a battle with the SEC and holding their own against the SEC. You might even say that they have the SEC on the ropes. But something else to contend with is that it is a crazy fast network. It's decentralized now. So it was centralized before, but it's decentralized now. And it's ISO 222 compliant. Go watch my other video. I think it was April 12th, where I spoke about ISO 222. Go read why that's important. Give you a hint. It involves the SWIFT network. But pay attention to this stuff. Doge is down a little bit. Algorand is down a little bit. Litecoin is down. So you have opportunities. SHIB is down. Matic is down. I love Matic. But pay attention to what's going on out there because there are a lot of opportunities. None of these coins are even close to being at their all-time highs. So these are all opportunities. If you want to take a look at the list, you can see where things are, deep red, right? Stellar. No idea why it's up 3%, but hey, good for you. Good for you. I have a rule about 5% when it comes to cryptos, but I will tell you this. Looking at a 3% gain, okay, looking at any gain above 1%, okay, for the average person, looking at a gain for anything above 1% is far more than you get from your bank if you get anything. And that's what I'll put out there. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, hit the like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Tells me that what I'm doing, people appreciate. I know my kids appreciate it. Would like to know if you do. Leave me some comments and definitely hit the notification bell so that you know when I drop another video. Anyway, you have a great day. Bye-bye.